Okay, so we're looking at 2.1 increasing, decreasing functions, maximum, minimum, and piecewise. This first question says from the graph of the function, we're going to state the intervals on which the function is increasing, decreasing, or constant. So the first one wants to know the function is increasing on what interval. So remember, increasing, the graph is going to be going upward direction as we go from left to right. So going from left to right, this graph is decreasing, going downward, okay, for the first section. And then it's going constant, and then it's increasing. So let me just write all three parts down so you can kind of see. Increasing, abbreviate INC, decreasing, DEC, and then constant. Okay, so this graph is increasing, going upward from left to right, starting from this point here. So on the x-axis, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So starting from 2, so I'm going to do open parentheses, and again, by definition, it says open interval. So you start with 2, and it's increasing all the way over. So this arrow continues to go up and to the right. So that means extending to infinity. So because it's on the right side, not because it's going up. So this is from 2 to positive infinity because we're on the positive side, the right side of the x-axis. Now decreasing, similarly, it's going down from left to right, and it starts all the way over here. So they don't show you the arrow on the left-hand side, but it's coming from the left side, which is the negative infinity side of x. So the fact that you see that arrow going up to the left means it continues all the way from negative infinity on the left side. So negative infinity is decreasing from negative infinity, the left side, all the way until we get to -1, -2. Okay, and then this graph is constant right here, looks like from -2 to +2. Okay, so if you can list them and write them all out like so, that will help you to pick out the correct answer choices. So right now we want increasing. We wrote down 2 to infinity. So that's what I'm looking for. Remember, don't pick that bracket. It's a confusion. We want to be on the open interval. All right, constant was -2 to 2, which we already wrote down. And then decreasing was negative infinity to -2, not A because it's in a bracket. So you want C. You got to be careful with those. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here on question number 2. We want to list intervals on which the function is increasing. So going up. Where's this graph going up? Well, there's a part right here going up, and then there's another part right here going up. So there's 2 parts, and it says use a comma to separate answers as needed. So since we have 2 separate parts, we're going to have to use a comma. So as we look at this from the left side, it is increasing from negative infinity until we get to an x value of -6, and then I do a comma, and then the next part is increasing. This x value, that's 0, that's -1. So increasing from -1 until we get to an x value right here. That's when it stops. This x value is 0. Be careful not to start trying to list the y values because your eye will want to do that. This -1 is where I'm at on the x-axis, not this -1 on the y value. And then I go over to 0. A lot of people might want to write 6, so be careful. Increasing, decreasing, you're picking your numbers from the x-axis. Why did I do negative? Not because this arrow is going down, but because it's on the left side. Okay. So we have to type the interval this time. So parentheses, negative infinity to -6, and then comma, And then we want to go from -1 to 0. All right, now we want decreasing. So where is it going down? So left to right, it's going down here, and then that's it. So from -6 until we get to -4. So I'm going to write decreasing from -6 to -4. Restricting my vision to the x-axis. And then constant, where it's flat across. So that's from -4 to -1. That's the first section. And then comma, we have another constant part. This part is constant starting at the x value of 0, going all the way to positive infinity. So 0 to infinity, going to the right side.